श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्न आपनोति किल्बिषम्. Hello friends, this is the 47th shlok of the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha, which means inferior Swadharma is superior. Pardharmat Swanushtitat, which means from properly done dharma of others. Swabhava Niyatam Karma, which means doing action restrained to nature. Kurvanna apnoti kilbisham, which means does not result in sin. So over here in this shlok, Shri Krishna is reiterating what he has already mentioned in the third chapter, wherein he is basically saying over here that when an action is performed in accordance with one's own nature, then even when that action has been performed inferiorly, still it is superior to a perfect action which is performed not in accordance with one's nature. And Shri Krishna explains that this is because doing an action which is restrained in one's own nature does not incur sin. So this is basically a follow-up statement from what he has already said in the previous shlok, wherein he said that when one acts in accordance with one's nature, then by that action he is worshipping the Lord. So when you are performing an action which is the virtue of the Lord, then how can that incur sin? So that's why it should not incur sin, and therefore the action which is performed, although not in the perfect way but still performed in accordance with one's nature, is superior to an action which is performed not in accordance with one's nature. So there are basically different kinds of people living in a society, and in a general political discourse, often people speak about the equality of all in the society, but the harsh truth is that we are not equal. Each individual is born under a unique situation in life, and this situation has been provided to him based on his requirements in terms of moving towards the divinity. So based on your situation will be your duties, and so those duties are brought to you so that you can move towards the divinity. So this unique situation that has been specifically created for everyone is created so that the person can work on his or her flaws and attain perfection. Now if someone does not accept his situation in life and works hard to do something else besides his duty, then that person will never attain perfection, because he will never act on his own flaws. The situations are created to correct the flaws, but if the person is not ready to accept his situation and is trying to be someone else or trying to do something which is not his duty but is someone else's duty, then he is basically not working on his flaws. And if that is what is happening, then how can he move towards the Lord? And any action which is not moving a person towards the Lord is actually a sin. So as an example, if you have old parents and you have to take care of them at home, but you instead decide to go to a monastery and become a monk, then you are trying to be something that you are not. You should be taking care of your parents, because when you were a little kid, your parents were taking care of you. So now it is your responsibility to take care of them. But if you avoid your responsibility, if you avoid your duty, and instead you just say, oh, I want to become a monk because that is how I will attain God, then you will actually not attain God. Because becoming a monk is not your duty. Becoming a monk is a duty for that one who has finished all his worldly duties. So even if you become a very good monk in this situation wherein you are ignoring your own parents, you will basically not attain any credit. If on the other hand you stay back at home and you take care of your parents, and even if you are not able to take care of them perfectly because of some situation or the other, you will still be better in that case than trying to be a monk and following all disciplines. So we all have to understand this, that we are all born with our own specific duties which we have to fulfill so that we can move towards the Lord. This is what we have to do. We should do that, and that is what will bring us credit, not trying to be something else or going after something else which is not our duty. So that was the message of this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.